Hello everyone, in this video on operating system, the outline of this video is convoy effect in first come first serve scheduling algorithm. FCFS is first come first serve scheduling algorithm, and we will also see a related example. So moving on. Now what is convoy effect in FCFS, that is first come first serve scheduling algorithm? We have already seen FCFS algorithm in a previous video along with its example. For that video, please check the link given in the I button. FCFS may suffer from the convoy effect if the burst time of first job is the highest among all. Remember that it is the first job which causes the problem. If the first job is having a process with high burst time, then as in real life, if a convoy is passing through the road, then the other persons may get blocked until it passes completely. This can be simulated in operating system also, right? So if in the traffic you see that people are stuck because those in the front are having a convoy effect, that is making a line chain of cars in the front, so the back cars suffer from that and they get delayed. If the CPU gets the processes of the higher burst time at the front end of the ready queue, then the processes of lower burst time may get blocked, which means they may never get the CPU if the job in the execution has a very high burst time, right? So a sequence of car in the front may cause those in the back to be stuck in the traffic. Similarly, if a process with high burst time comes in the execution first, then as it is a non-preemptive scheduling algorithm, that means that it cannot be swapped out, so it will finish the execution completely. Hence, those in the back, even though they have a lower burst time, but they are stuck behind because a heavy process has come in the front of the queue. This is called convoy effect, and the phenomena of lower burst time processes in the back of the ready queue never getting the chance to execute in the CPU is called starvation, right? We will understand it with an example. This is the process ID P1, P2, P3. This is arrival time, this is burst time or execution time, this is completion time, and this is waiting time, right? So process P1 arrives at 0th second and its burst time is very high, that is 40 seconds. So it will complete at 40 seconds since it arrived at 0 seconds. So it will start first come first serve. So it will start first and it will continue till 40th second, and its waiting time is 0 because it started its execution at 0 seconds, so its waiting time is 0. Now P2 and P3 both arrive at the first second and their execution times are quite low. Their burst time is 3 seconds and 1 second respectively, but they will start their execution after this heavy process of first P1 process. That is, their completion time will become 43th second and 44th second respectively, because after 40th second P2 will start executing, 3 seconds it will execute, and after that for 1 second this P3 will execute and it will finish its execution at 44th second. Hence its waiting time are, and third one is having 43 seconds as its waiting time, right? So we will calculate the average waiting time, that is 0 to 40. P1 will execute, then 40 to 43 P2 will execute, then 43 to 44 P3 will execute. Average waiting time is the sum of all these, 83 divided by 3, which is equal to, so average waiting time is 83 divided by 3, that is 27.6 seconds, right? Moving on. Now this is another example. Here the process IDs are P1, P2, P3. Completion time is this and this is waiting time, right? So P1 arrives at first second. Now who arrives at 0th second? That is, initially P2 and P3 arrive at 0th second and their burst time is quite low, that is 3 seconds and 1 second. So they will finish their execution first. So first P2 will execute, because this is a FCFS algorithm and this is non-preemptive in nature. So P2 will execute first completely, then P3 will execute completely for 1 second, and then the P1 will execute completely for 40 seconds. P2 executes first, so its waiting time is 0 seconds, and P3 executes after that, so its waiting time is 3 seconds since it took 3 seconds to execute, hence its waiting time is 3 seconds, and P1 will execute after this, so its waiting time is 4 seconds. So 4 plus 3 equal to 7, 7 divided by 3 equal to 2.33 seconds. So as you can imagine, earlier we were getting as 27.6 seconds as the average waiting time, and now we are getting 2.33 seconds. So this is much higher than this one. If the process with lower burst times comes first, then the average waiting time is much lower than those with having process with having execution time, high execution time in the beginning of the queue. Right, so this was your convoy effect in FCFS. If you found the video useful, then don't forget to click on the like button, and please subscribe my channel for further continuation in this video series. And thank you for watching everyone. I will see you in the next video. Take care guys.